I think that's blood.
You guys, I'm not joking. I don't even have my freaking shoes on. I'm driving in my socks.
Haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit.
Ini barusan ya terdengar.
Tonight, we look at 6 disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. Real moments, real danger. Don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying footage like this. Let's begin. Tonight's first story features footage from Mimi Gets Around, a YouTube channel run by Mimi Benfield, a comedian and full-time van lifer who left her former life in North Carolina to travel across the U.S. in a self-converted camper van. Her channel is known for blending humor, solo travel experiences, and raw reflections on life on the road. On May 14, 2025, Mimi was parked at a secluded forest campsite, expecting a peaceful day of relaxation, outdoor cooking, and solitude in nature. However, the quiet afternoon quickly turned into something much more intense when an unexpected visitor showed up.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm a little lost and I'm hoping maybe you can kind of help me.
Yeah, what's up?
So my kid he's 20,
Uh-huh.
but he was hiking around the Linville Gorge, and this is telling me to turn here and go obviously through that gated area, which doesn't look like a thing,
Yeah, no.
to get to his pin. He pinned me there.
Okay, well I'm assuming you did a trail, right? Like a marked trail.
Yeah, but he said he was like on the side of a road and he's throwing up, and he's like, come get me. I just drove from Raleigh
Oh, dang.
in my work clothes.
Oh my gosh, so you really are?
Yeah, I was like, I'll be right there.
Oh god, yeah, that's far. Okay. I guess he doesn't know anyone out this way that would have something.
So he traveled up here by himself.
Oh.
He thought it'd be all like crazy.
Well, we've got quite the situation. Apparently, down that road that I was just walking down, about 2.5 miles, her son is very sick and needs her to come get him, but she can't get past the gate. And there's no other entrance way, because I just hooked up my Starlink to see. There's no other way down there than through that gate, which is very locked. So she's calling 911 now to see if they can come help.
A woman in distress, urgently searching for her son, who had fallen ill while hiking nearby. The woman explained that her adult son had been hiking in the Linville Gorge area and had contacted her in a panic, saying he was unwell and unable to continue. Though he had shared his location, it was positioned past a locked gate on a remote service road, leaving her stranded just short of reaching him. She had driven over 4 hours, still in her work clothes, after receiving his call. Mimi attempted to assist by checking for alternate access points using her Starlink connection, but confirmed that there was no viable route other than through the locked gate. With no way forward, the woman called emergency services.
Okay, I see what the problem was. I should have been using that. The wood that was here was obviously very wet. It wasn't me, it was the wood.
Don't make cool. You really don't necessarily. We're gonna have a bunch of rescuers coming in. Is that your son? Okay.
So where do you want me to move?
So there's gonna be the new walk pit that he's on, probably about 2 miles total in from the gate.
All right, EMS and emergency services are coming out. They're gonna go get him. He's about 3 miles down the road. Well, we're thinking this guy has the key to unlock the gate, so realistically you wouldn't need EMS services because she can go get him, but this guy's apparently really sick down there. She said he's not one to complain. He's been hiking for maybe 2 days. And he was going to set up camp about 2 more miles down, but then he started getting real sick and throwing up a lot. And he called his mom all the way from Raleigh. She drove a little over 4 hours to get here. She's still in her work clothes. So I told her to sit with me at the fire to stay warm at least, but she's so nervous. I understand why. I mean, my gosh. This night's about to get a little bit crazy up in here. All the campsites to pick. I mean, that's wild. I hope he's okay. Would you look at that? I don't really know what to do with myself. They're all kind of leaving right now. Bye-bye. Have a nice evening. Alright. last fellow leaving. Well, the fire's going out. They ended up just letting her take her son. He's in the car with her right there. They're gonna go probably home because he doesn't want to go to the hospital. I don't blame him. Yeah, quite the eventful night, huh? Holy crap. I guess I'm going to bed.
Hoping they could reach her son in time. As the sun began to set, a few people passed through the area, including someone believed to possibly have a key to the gate. There was a brief hope that emergency intervention might not be necessary, but ultimately, EMS was dispatched. According to the mother, her son wasn't one to complain, making her even more concerned about the severity of his condition. He had apparently been camping for a couple of days and intended to stay longer before the sudden illness struck. While waiting, Mimi invited the woman to stay by her campfire to stay warm. It was clear the situation was taking an emotional toll, but help was on the way. Eventually, emergency personnel arrived and allowed the woman to retrieve her son directly. He was placed in the car with her, and they left the site without heading to the hospital, choosing instead to return home. Though this wasn't a paranormal event, it's a clear example of how quickly things can turn in the wilderness. A minor medical issue, when far from help, can become a serious emergency. This situation could have gone very differently without the quick thinking of both the mother and those nearby, including Mimi. It raises an important question. Would you ever camp alone deep in the woods, far from cell signal and support, knowing that anything could happen at any time? Or would you rather stay comfortably indoors and experience these intense moments through someone else's lens? Let us know what you'd choose in the comments. Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. This next disturbing video comes from EKE Acres, a channel dedicated to off-grid living, wilderness survival, and outdoor gear testing. The creator often camps alone in remote areas, pushing both his equipment and his nerves to the limit while reviewing hammocks, flashlights, and other survival gear in real-world conditions. On August 16, 2021, he set up camp at a secluded site known as Pineapple Junction, a place already tied to strange stories, including one where a couple reportedly fled their tent in the middle of the night without explanation. As night fell, the atmosphere quickly turned unsettling. Nearby campers were seen scanning the woods with powerful flashlights, possibly reacting to unknown noises or objects being hurled from the forest. Not long after, those campers packed up and left in a rush, abandoning their fire behind them. Strange lights soon began to appear in the treetops, glowing in shades of orange, red, yellow, and even blue, darting in unnatural patterns that didn't match the behavior of any known drones or conventional lights.
It is dead quiet here. I'm not totally level either. I'm kind of like backed in. I'm backed into the rocks that go around the perimeter of this parking area. The back end is up a little high, but that's all right because then the blood will go to my feet and out to my head and I won't wake up with a headache in the morning. You never want to sleep with your head below your feet. I don't know you guys, but this place is 10 times creepier than Pineapple Junction at night, especially with a moon high in the sky, very bright, a big moon. It is way creepier here. If you missed that video, Bigfoot Country on location, go back and watch that video because that's where I'm at tonight. That's where I'm at. I'm parked right at the trailhead. It is creepy out there, you guys. Holy crap. I've never seen this place at nighttime. I don't even know if I dare sleep with my fan on tonight because I want to be able to listen. But anyway, let me go to prostitute mode. There we go. That other light's a little too bright. So anyway, you guys, I don't want to make this segment too long. I will come back and let you know if anything else happens. Hopefully not. I just want to go to sleep. That's all I want to do. I just want to go to bed. But if anything does transpire here, I'll do a video of it. But you guys, I've got to get a better camera than this one. This one at nighttime, even with using bright lights, I mean, my God, this flashlight is 1,000 lumens and the camera can't even see anything it's looking at. This camera sucks. Don't ever buy a Nikon. They're terrible cameras. Awful. And they got the worst zoom you'd ever see in a camera. The worst. Never again will I have a Nikon. So anyway, fingers crossed. Pray for me, guys. I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
Settling into his van, the solo camper described an eerie quiet that blanketed the area. The forest was completely still. No insects, no wind, just an overwhelming silence. Even the bright full moon couldn't ease the tension. From his parked position, he commented on how ominous the area felt, more unsettling than any location he'd previously stayed in, including Pineapple Junction. He tried to rest, but found it hard to relax, especially with faint, unexplained noises coming from deep in the woods. At one point, he reported hearing distant howls, likely coyotes, as well as the haunting sound of what seemed like wind blowing through the pines, even though the air outside was still. Despite the unease, he eventually fell asleep.
I'm laying here, you guys, and it is deafening quiet. It is so quiet here. All I can hear is my own heartbeat. And when I look outside of this van, all I'm going to say is that if I had a girlfriend with me right now, this place would scare her. I think any woman would be afraid to stay at this place. It is creepy looking out there like you guys would not believe. It looks like I'm in the middle of British Columbia. I'm not kidding you. The way those woods look out there, oh man, is it spooky. But yeah, I don't recommend staying at a place like this and then look out the window. It's best to just have panels in your windows and don't even look. Don't bother. Oh my God, I don't even know if I'm going to get any sleep tonight, but it don't bother me none. You know, I'm staying here all night long. So I'll see how it goes, but I have been hearing some coyote from time to time way up the trail where you guys saw me go up the mountain that day where the blackberries are. Coyote yipping like crazy up that way. And there's a strange sound like the wind is blowing through the pines, but yet there's nothing moving out there. It's dead still, but it sounds, and I know you can't hear it in the camera, but it sounds like wind blowing through the pines. You know, that haunting sound when wind blows through pine trees? Creepy. Definitely the creepiest place I've ever spent the night is here at this location. But I said that I would do that. I just didn't think it was going to be through circumstances that caused me to come here tonight. But shows I'm good on my word. Anyway, you guys, enough is enough. I got to get some sleep. We'll see you in the morning. I'll give you a look around too in the morning. You guys, oh my God, hold on. You guys, I'm not joking. You guys, I'm not joking. I don't even have my freaking shoes on. I'm driving in my socks. The van was attacked. I thought I was dreaming. I fell asleep. I was sound asleep, and then something woke me up. It was loud as hell. And then I was laying there a second. I'm like, what the hell just happened? And then it happened again. I swear on my life, this is not a joke. Oh my God, you guys, I am shaking like you would not believe. It is 12:15 a.m. So I fell asleep for about an hour and the van was attacked. I can't even believe what happened. I can't believe what just happened, you guys. Scared the hell out of me. Oh my God, was that loud? Woke me out of a sound sleep, scared the shit out of me. It's only 56 degrees out. You know what, you guys? I think I believe in Bigfoot now. I am not joking. I think I believe in Bigfoot. I'm driving home in my socks. There was no time to get my shoes on. There was no time to get my pants on. When I left there, I drove off in my underwear. In my underwear, you guys. I was attacked. I was literally attacked. Holy shit, I can't believe I'm even saying this. You guys, I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be funny. I was sound asleep. It scared the shit out of me. It was so freaking loud. It sounded like they were trying to get in the van. It sounded just like they were trying. You guys, they were right at the back of the van. Right at the back. I am not kidding you. I am dead serious. I swear to God. I'm dead serious. They were right at the back of the van trying to get in. I had never been startled awake so fast in all my life. That scared the hell out of me. My heart is just pounding. Anyway, you guys, I need to calm down. I need to get home. I need to get home. That's it. I'm going home. I'm not staying anywhere else. They were literally at my van.
Only to be violently awakened. Sometime after midnight, the peace was shattered. Loud banging echoed through the van, as if something was striking it with force. Startled, disoriented, and convinced something was trying to break in, he panicked. Without stopping to dress or grab shoes, he jumped into the driver's seat and sped off in nothing but his underwear and socks. The terror in his voice afterward was unmistakable. He was visibly shaken and struggled to comprehend what had happened. Whatever struck the van, it hit hard enough to wake him instantly and leave him convinced that it had tried to enter from the rear. He didn't stop to find another campsite. He drove all the way home that night, still in shock. Some speculate this was a classic case of sleep-disoriented panic. But the witness remains convinced that something physical made contact with his van. Could it have been wildlife, or something more elusive, like the elusive Bigfoot, which is often linked to rock throwing and forest encounters? The unexplained lights add a whole new layer of mystery to this case. When you're deep in the woods, far from help and completely alone, even a harmless noise can feel threatening. But what if this wasn't harmless? What do you think tried to break into the van that night? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Sometimes it's not wildlife that poses the greatest threat in remote places. It's other people. In the vast, isolated corners of the world, an unexpected human presence can transform an exciting adventure into a nightmare. This next unsettling video comes from the Action Adventure Twins, a YouTube channel where twin brothers push their limits exploring mines, caves, and other dangerous underground spaces. But on June 27, 2024, one of the twins made the decision to explore alone, a decision that would take a disturbing turn. He followed a cryptic comment left on a previous video, pointing to an unmarked cave hidden deep within an abandoned quarry. Without a partner, without a safety net, he entered with only a camera, and no idea what he was about to find.
Whoa, look at this. Somebody made it back here with a homemade torch. They got some balls, I'll tell you that. Not me, not never. Not this far in. This is sketching me out. Oh my god, there's still paw prints.
The cave was tight, damp, and disorienting. Every step forward scraped against stone, and every breath echoed through the cold passages. As he pushed deeper, he noticed something strange lodged against the wall, a makeshift torch clearly handmade. It had long since burned out, but its presence meant someone else had made it this far, and recently. Further in, the cave revealed something far more alarming.
I think that's blood. Oh my god. Guys, I think there's actually blood up there.
Getting out of here, dude. I can't. I feel like it's over there. I gotta get out of here. Holy crap, I thought I heard something. I feel like I'm about a third of the way out, but I ain't feeling any better about this. I feel like whatever's out there hunting is probably about to come back in this cave for the night. Holy crap. I didn't realize how far I went. The cave can have its rock back. Ouch! Oh, I made it, guys. I made it. Do not go in there. Don't think it's worth it. Whew. All right, I did it. I went to the cave. If anybody else has somewhere else for me to go, probably be me and James next time. Hit us up on Instagram or, you know, even a YouTube comment again.
red stains along the wall, fresh enough to keep their color smeared across the rock. Blood. His instincts kicked in. This was no longer just a challenge. It felt like something or someone had been here, and might still be. With rising panic, he began the long, claustrophobic journey back to the entrance, navigating blind corners and narrowing crevices. Disoriented and out of breath, he finally made it out, shaken, but safe. But the memory of what he saw, and what might have been watching, was not something easily left behind. While it's impossible to say what caused the bloodstains, several theories emerge. Could it have been left by another explorer who got injured and never made it out? Was it a predator's den? Or something even darker? Someone using the cave for reasons no one wants to consider? The abandoned torch adds another layer of mystery. Whoever left it had the intent to go deep. But did they ever come back out? Would you ever enter a cave like that alone? No backup, no contact, and no escape plan? What would you do if you discovered fresh blood in total darkness, with no idea what caused it? Let us know what you think in the comments. In September 2017, two urban explorers named Brian and Michael uploaded a video titled "Exploring Abandoned Sanitarium, Haunted by an Evil Doctor" to their YouTube channel, The Proper People. Known for their long-running documentation of decaying locations around the globe, this time they set their sights on one of Virginia's most infamous sites, the Desjardins Sanitarium in Staunton. Built in 1913 and named after Dr. Joseph Desjardins, the facility has a dark legacy. While Desjardins played a role in shaping early psychiatric care in Virginia, his reputation is deeply marred by the policies he championed. The doctor was a vocal supporter of eugenics, and under his direction, thousands of patients were forcibly sterilized. These acts were carried out without consent and targeted individuals based on mental illness, disabilities, and marginalized backgrounds, people he deemed defective. The facility eventually shut down in 1996. Since then, it's been left to rot, its history attracting ghost stories, rumors of lingering spirits, and claims of paranormal activity tied to both Desjardins and his former patients. Brian and Michael entered the crumbling building under cover of night, navigating dark corridors littered with debris. At first, their exploration yielded only the usual signs of abandonment: decaying walls, graffiti, and the occasional bat startled by their presence. Roughly 10 minutes in, they began hearing something unusual.
They say this hospital is haunted by Dr. Desjardins himself, and he's a pretty upset spirit by the fact that his eugenics program that he cared so much about was not continued or seen in any positive light after his death. And supposedly you can still hear him wandering the halls, dragging chains that he would have restrained patients with. Or so the legend goes.
Look at this wallpaper.
That's pretty 90s.
This place was abandoned in 1993, so.
This room just has drop ceiling collapsing. Oh, I see another bat.
He's flying around in there.
Oh, multiple.
Let's go.
Oh geez, those look like big ones.
What is it, 1 in 10 have rabies?
Something like that. No, I'm kidding. I actually have no idea.
Oh, shit.
Bats, man. Do we go through there? Do we go?
Let's go through it. This is
I guess we don't have a choice. Yeah. Oh, shh. I just heard a door squeak. You've heard that too, right?
What sounded like a squeaking door. They froze, trying to locate the source, then cautiously followed the noise. Ultimately, they found no one nearby and brushed the sound off, suspecting a draft or perhaps a bat colliding with a door. Undeterred, they pressed on, eventually heading downstairs to continue exploring the basement. That's when things escalated. A sudden sound, distinct, heavy, cut through the silence. It wasn't an animal or the wind. It sounded like footsteps, and they were moving.
That's just a painting in the dust. I mean, we've already been all through here.
I know.
And didn't see any. Let's go this way. Okay, now we go this way. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
It's the basement? Yeah, okay.
Okay, this way. It was this way, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going this door night light.
Okay.
Startled, the two explorers fled toward the lower floor but hesitated. One of them insisted they return. The whole point of the trip was to face the unknown. After a moment of debate, they agreed and made their way upstairs, determined to find out what, or who, was making the noise.
Yeah,
That's like the whole point of this show.
we can't just bail.
Plus, that only sounded like one person, and we're two people.
Yeah, those footsteps were super loud though. Maybe they were dragging something. Barricaded.
It's slightly ajar.
I don't know if we should mess around with this.
Should I knock?
This is weird. I wouldn't.
Do I knock?
I wouldn't.
I have to knock.
Well, they know we're there. You're shining a light.
I know. You got my back.
I have your back.
Anyone home?
You're not answering. That's weird.
I don't think there's anyone in there.
I don't know. What do we do?
They would at least shout like, "Go away,"
Yeah.
or something, you know?
That's fucking weird.
Maybe they set this up, but then like ran away after they heard us or something.
Maybe.
And they could be anywhere in the
Yeah,
building.
I don't know. This is sketch.
Or they're just hiding in there.
I don't like this. This just feels something's wrong. Dangerous. Bad feeling.
God, I need to know.
Want to just open it? Bad idea. Like, what if he could still be in there?
As they searched, they noticed something that hadn't been there before. A door, now barricaded from the outside. Slightly ajar. The sight alone made them freeze. Neither of them recalled the door being closed, let alone blocked off. They tried calling out. No response, no sound, no explanation. The eerie silence made the moment even more disturbing. Whoever, or whatever, was inside wasn't making themselves known. Whether it was someone hiding or something far less explainable, they no longer felt safe. Realizing they might not be alone and that the situation was escalating beyond their control, they decided to leave the sanitarium immediately. While no apparition was caught on camera, the experience was undeniably unsettling. The most likely explanation is that someone, possibly a squatter, was already inside and had been trying to frighten them off. The door squeak may have been intentional, the footsteps a warning. When Brian and Michael returned instead of fleeing, it's possible the individual barricaded themselves inside a room to avoid confrontation. If that's the case, the duo may have narrowly avoided a dangerous situation. But what if it wasn't a person at all? What if someone, or something, was watching them the entire time, waiting for them to get closer? Hold on a sec. If you're enjoying this so far, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's continue. In January 2024, a British YouTuber named Jonathan released a video titled, "Is the White Lagan Bothy Haunted?" to his channel Happy Hippie Wild Living. Known for documenting his outdoor adventures across the UK, Jonathan typically focuses on nature exploration, rather than anything paranormal. In this video, he embarked on a solo camping trip to the southern uplands of Scotland, aiming to spend the night inside the White Lagan Bothy, a basic remote shelter intended for hikers and backpackers. These bothies are usually free to use, left unlocked, and nestled deep in the wilderness. But the White Lagan Bothy has a darker reputation. Stories have circulated about strange occurrences there, particularly among those who stayed overnight during hiking trips, not ghost hunts. One well-known case came from the Adventure Outdoors channel, whose visit to the same bothy ended in a panic after a disturbing encounter caught on video. Jonathan, unaware of any serious warnings, ventured into the mountains and eventually arrived at the shelter, ready for a peaceful night in nature.
Absolutely spotless. Whoa. Hold on a minute. Whoa. Whoa. I'm out. Oh, shit. I'm out of here.
After settling in, he prepared his meal and noticed a nearby family camping not far from the bothy. As night fell, the family left, and Jonathan remained alone. He started a fire, began updating his viewers, and everything seemed to be going well, until it wasn't.
I got one of them water filter straws, and it comes with 2 little bags as well, so you can attach the straw to that. But I've not got to use. Oh, maybe this is the guests. There was no one there. I don't know if that's just the people fucking with me or something. I don't know if that's something they do. But I don't think it would be that family if it was just a dad and his daughter and son. Oh well, we'll see. It was just knocking on the door again, and then I went out, but there was no one there. So I don't know what's going on, but I've not heard of any haunted bobbies or anything. I've never had weird shit. Fuck's sake. I just wanted a nice little bobby night. If you've watched all my videos before, you know I don't do shit like this.
While speaking to the camera, he suddenly heard what sounded like someone knocking at the door. Thinking perhaps someone had returned or was playing a prank, he stepped outside to check, but found no one there.
This is gonna be a fun night. I'm now walking around into the room, and then I go in there, and it just stops. Maybe I just put my music on really loud and forget about it. Cameraman never dies, right? So it's been about an hour and a half since I last made a video, and I've just been doing what I said. I've had my music on loud, I've listened to Blink, some drum and bass, some Red Hand. I'm doing what I came here to do, and that's have a good fucking night. So I'm going to enjoy into my time by this fire, and have an amazing day tomorrow. Back out in nature where I belong. So peace and love. Good night.
Shrugging it off as a possible misunderstanding or coincidence, he returned inside. But soon after, he heard it again, another knock. This time, the sound felt deliberate. He rushed to the door once more, and once again the area outside was completely empty. Shortly after that, footsteps began echoing from another room in the bothy. Jonathan paused, listening intently, but as soon as he moved toward the sound, it would stop entirely. Despite the rising fear, he chose not to leave. Instead, he turned up his music and tried to distract himself. In his final video log of the night, he attempted to maintain a positive mindset, insisting he was there to enjoy nature, regardless of the unsettling activity. He eventually went to sleep, but not before admitting the experience had deeply unnerved him. The next morning, he shared that the footsteps continued throughout the night. Though nothing physically happened to him, the psychological impact of the experience was profound. Jonathan's experience raises questions. There was no clear evidence of another person in the bothy that night, and nothing in his content suggests he was trying to create a paranormal hoax. His discomfort appeared genuine. One possibility is that someone had been in the area, either a hiker who returned unnoticed, or someone deliberately trying to scare him. But the timing, consistency, and repeated silence upon investigation suggests something more elusive. So the question remains, was someone hiding in the shadows that night, or was something else walking those empty rooms? Only the White Lagan Bothy knows for sure. The YouTube channel Amman New is known for venturing into remote and eerie locations, particularly those surrounded by dark legends and true crime. In this video, uploaded on May 20th, 2025, the creator heads to a secluded riverbank in Indonesia, the site of a recent and deeply unsettling discovery. Just 5 months prior, the body of a man was found here, bound at both the hands and feet, weighed down with rocks, and dumped in the river in an apparent attempt to conceal the crime. But even before the body surfaced, strange tales began to circulate among the nearby villagers. They reported ghostly sightings, an unknown figure silently roaming residential areas, pausing before homes, then vanishing into the darkness.
Okay. kita langsung ceritakan di lokasi ini kenapa saya akan bermalam di sini, karena ceritanya cukup horor dan cukup menarik banget bagi saya teman-teman, dan kita akan ceritakan secara singkat gitu ya. Sebenarnya ceritanya sangat panjang tapi kita ambil secara singkat gitu teman-teman ya. 5 bulan yang lalu ya di sungai sini teman-teman itu pernah ditemukan mayat laki-laki sedang diikat kakinya dan tangannya teman-teman, terus dibanduli batu, jadi itu mayatnya itu nggak bisa naik ya, jadi di dataran air terus gitu loh, jadi di bawah air terus gitu teman-teman. Itu kejadiannya sekitar 5 bulan yang lalu teman-teman.
Many believe the spirit was seeking help, trying to communicate the location of his hidden corpse. Eventually, a fisherman noticed strands of hair drifting on the river's surface, marking the exact spot where the body was eventually discovered. Now, this solo explorer was setting up camp in that very location.
Sebenarnya ceritanya panjang teman-teman, kalau di luar buku itu walah kata Jawa Palembang sana teman-teman. Nah, jadi malam hari ini kita santai-santai dulu ya, seperti biasa kita pasang CCTV nanti ya. Oke, aku santai-santai dulu.
As night approached, he installed a CCTV camera directed at the water, hoping to document any strange activity. What followed over the next several hours would shake even the most seasoned explorer. Initially, faint sounds echoed through the silence, rustling leaves, the creak of bamboo, and what seemed like cautious footsteps wading through shallow water. Though they could have been dismissed as natural forest noise, their repetition and rhythm suggested something more deliberate. Upon reviewing the CCTV footage, 2 moments stood out. Around the 27-minute mark, a dark, shadowy figure could be seen gliding across the river.
Oke teman-teman, kita pasang CCTV, kita sorot arah ke sana teman-teman. Ini barusan ya terdengar kayak ada langkah di atas air gitu. Ini sering.
Then, near the 34-minute mark, a more distinct shape appeared. A ghostly silhouette stood perfectly still at the river's edge, facing directly into the lens of the camera. It didn't move, just stared into the night for several chilling seconds before dissolving into the shadows. Later that night, he discovered that a cooking pot, previously secured, had shifted several feet from where it had been placed. There were no signs of animals or intruders. Combined with the eerie sounds and captured footage, this physical anomaly added weight to the possibility of a paranormal encounter. By dawn, his gear was mysteriously drained of power, and he appeared visibly exhausted. Despite having explored countless spiritually active locations in the past, he confessed that this experience left him genuinely shaken. The consistent pattern of sounds, the motionless figure captured on camera, and the unexplained movement of objects point toward more than just coincidence. Could the spirit truly be lingering in search of justice? Or is the location itself cursed by something far older? What do you think was watching him from the riverbank that night? Could there be more victims hidden in those waters, waiting to be discovered? That's all for tonight's video. Which encounter gave you chills? Let us know in the comments below. Got your own experience? We want to hear it. And whatever you do, don't miss what's coming next.